Okay, we're taking a little closer look into the front differential. And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised at what I found. Actually, I didn't find anything, which is good. I found old stinky oil, a little bit of sludge, but no metal, no geared teeth, nothing out of the ordinary, front or rear differential. This being the front. Uh, the rear did have a little bit more wear to it than the front one, but that would be natural because this one's not turning unless you're locked into four-wheel drive. So I've cleaned the gasket off, cleaned most of sludge and whatnot that I can get out of it. Time to put the cover back on. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. I'll move you over this way a little bit so I don't bump into you, and hopefully you can see what's going on. I'm just using a little RTV as a gasket. I don't think the rear um, differential plate is this heavy. This is take a direct shot. This thing is pretty heavy duty. The one in the back, I guess the engineers figured that you're not going to back into anything. Little do they know. So we're just putting a little RT and V on here. Keep my hand out of my buddy's wallet a little bit. Takes a minute to squeeze this stuff out. Right with you. All right. That ought to do us. A little drop of do ya. Well, folks, now it's a little tricky fishing this thing in there. Past the steering components. We don't get her. I did the rear differential. Did the rear differential last night. Don't have any oil in it yet. Get my buddy to pick up some quality differential gear lube. Gonna need it for the transmission and both the rear ends. Alright, it's not going anywhere. Get the rest of the bolts in, tighten her up, and we'll wait for some oil. Move on to the next thing. What else have I been doing? Let me show you. Let me pick you up, move you easy. Sorry. I have been scraping. Scraping. Let me lower you down a little bit here. Oh, check this out. Look at that. All right, well, what's happening is this thing, I probably scraped about 3 pounds of dirt, grease, grime, crud. And now the deal is we got to separate the skid plate from the transmission. And my plan is, backing into stuff. My plan is to set it on its face, this end here, on another table that I have in the basement, which is going to take me half hour to get dug out because a whole bunch of stuff gets piled in front of it. But I'm thinking if I use my hoist and run a strap right through there, I should be able to lift it off because it's got all the bolts out. That should just come right off, supposedly. But I'm thinking, just for safety's sake, that I'm going to wait till my buddy gets here. At least that way he can spot me. And we'll get it on the other table, and that way I can finish scraping the underside, where it's, you know, laying on the table. Get it right, you know, on its face over here, and take it outside and rinse it down real good with some oven cleaner, and then hit it with the old pressure washer, and we should be good to go. So that's what I've been working on. All right, we're gonna finish bolting this differential cover back on. We'll add this to the Sunday video, and we'll talk to you then. All right, bye-bye. Well, there's Mr. Transmission, all soaped up with some oven cleaner. I did not film moving it from the big table to the little table because I did it by myself. And I figured no sense videoing tragedy. But everything went along just perfect. And here's the skid plate. We'll leave that for my buddy to clean up and paint and whatnot. So what else is going on? Well, dropped the carburetor off yesterday to get rebuilt. And today, I'm going to take the EGR off this adapter plate and make a block off plate because we're not going to be using that. So, but first I think I'm going to go get me a Snicky snack. All right, so there you have it. He's got a lot done, but a lot more to go. Is he coming today? Only he knows. All right, bring you back. Well, there it is, the finished product. Might not look any cleaner, but trust me, it is. And it took 2 times pressure washing and 3 applications of the oven cleaner to get it to look this good. I don't think my buddy got very good oven cleaner. Because normally when you get that stuff on your skin, it starts to tingle. This didn't tingle. But what else did we do today? That took quite a while. And I tell you what, I'm soaking wringing wet. I'm wet right down to my underoos. And I ain't even food line. What we did here, this is a spacer plate between the carb and the manifold. I eliminated the EGR valve and this Christmas tree of vacuum hoses that they weren't using. So I figure we're not going to use. And where does this go, you might ask? On the engine. Right down, sorry about that. Right down in the shop. And the EGR is exhaust gas recycler. Well, we're not recycling the exhaust gases on this engine. So we eliminated it. Well, actually, the people before us had eliminated it as well. It just was still hanging on there. So, getting late in the day. I'm wet. I'm tired. Been a long day of doing shit work. Poop work in the shop. And no sign of my buddy. So, tomorrow's another day. All right. We'll bring you back then. See ya. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to a little Sunday service with Bub. Working on Rusty. She's coming along. I've gotten quite a bit done this week. I got a bunch of little snippets I'm going to blend together like I did last week. I'm going to try to do better. Hey, you don't know if you don't try, right? But quick recap. Cleaned the transmission. Looking good. Did the differentials front and back. Everything looks good in there. Today, I've been out here for quite a while. What time is it? Whoa, it's 1 o'clock already. I've been out here quite a while. Wire wheeled all the front differential, springs, steering arms, whatnot, and painted them. It's all got to be done. I was thinking my buddy was coming over today, but he's got a lot going on. He's having some contracting work done at his home, and he's got stuff he's got to do before they can do what they need to do, yada yada. So I get it. Ooh, I needed that, man. I didn't film any of the wire wheeling because this place just turns into a dust bowl. Rust, dust, and then little wire things. I've combed about a dozen out of my beard already. But things are looking good. I'm going to blend them together, hopefully. You'll get to see all that. Why I'm running my mouth. This question is directed to brother-in-law Ted. The mystery mechanic tells me you have an engine run stand. If that is correct, I would like to borrow it if possible. I'm figuring I'd just as soon run this engine before I put it in the truck. If there is something wrong, it kind of fault me a little bit. I like to do it outside, fix it, and so when it goes in, I know it's going to start, everything's going to work, yada yada. If that is the case, get with the mystery mechanic, and he can maybe pick it up next week or something one day on his way home from work. All right. What else do I gotta talk about? Nothing. Let me give you a close-up look at the finished paint job over here on my shoulder. Let me get out of the way. That looks pretty nice, I think. It ain't perfect, but you're not gonna get in all those nooks and crannies unless you take it completely apart. And I'm not gonna do that. And I don't think he was gonna do that. So, I don't know. I think it's gonna be just fine. He's still got some more grinding to do on the frame, and we'll put the Pour 15 on the frame and all that. This is Rust-Oleum spray can. What do they call it? Oh, high protection, high something. It's high something. But it'll be good enough for what it is. And then we can start moving forward here. That's kind of like the hiccup. Got to get the poop work done before we can go into the fun work, like putting the engine back in and transmission and such. But he still needs to get some parts. He's lacking brake lines, fuel lines, clutch, pressure plate, throw bearing, powder bushing. What else? There's going to be something in there. Oh, and I really would like to do the floor pans before we stick that back in, so it's easier. I can work from both sides. Welding them in, seam sealing, painting. It's always nice to be able to work from both sides. So there you have it. We'll see what gets done this week. Do I have any expectations? I see shit work in my future. Oh, I mean poop work, I'm sorry. All right, well, I want to thank everybody for watching. You all have a wonderful day. It's going to be a pretty day. It already is a pretty day. And don't forget, you heard it first right here on Roller Derby. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think or what you don't think. All right, kids. Bye-bye.